Who are you?
Who is? Sorry. So my name is Martin. I'm a student on Nottingham Trent University. I study fashion communication and what made me choose fashion? Well, I think it was my boyfriend actually, really. I studied sociology, then I studied marketing communications, and I always wanted to do something creative, and I had that opportunity to make my exchange on Nottingham Trent University. I don't know what to say. Fashion was always my passion. The reason I studied fashion is I said it's my boyfriend. That's like a reason why I started to even think about that. But the real reason I studied fashion, it's actually because of not that I enjoy to wear fancy clothes and I enjoy shopping, but it's about people and it's about differences between people which are visible through fashion, and then it's interesting for me as an ex-sociologist to observe and to make some results and some analyzing based on what people are wearing. So it's about people. I was always interested about people, and that's why I started to study fashion. When I was like 13, 14, I was really, really skinny. I had really, really skinny legs and I was really tall. And I started to wear skinny jeans. It was maybe 12, 13, yeah. And no one was wearing skinny jeans that time. It was such a weird thing, and people were making fun of me on the street. But I knew it's a trendy, amazing thing, and I don't care about the opinions of others. And I was also the first one who had Converse shoes. I was always like in my small town in Czech Republic, on the border with Austria and Slovakia, a really small town. I would say I was like kind of a trend innovator in of course in like more commercial mainstream things, but because I started to wear alternative clothes quite late, around like 17, 18 maybe. I started to wear a little bit different than others. I would say I was always kind of like commercial trend innovator in my hometown. I would say that, yeah. That in my cultural context, we started to use internet when my first computer was when I was 8, and we had internet when I was 13 or 12. So 12. No, 11, maybe 11, something like that. So we were not informed, As a child, you didn't have information, you only saw clothes in school or in shops, which we visited once a month in the big city. We literally traveled to the big city like for an hour or two just for shopping.
Yeah.
Once a month maybe. So that was the only source of some trends or some, I think actually it was the thing that I always felt that I'm a part of some minority. Of course, when I was 12 I couldn't explain what is happening, but when I came out as a gay, when I was 17, my style changed drastically. It was last year of high school, and I came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The summer before, And last year of high school, I really changed my clothes. I stopped to speak with so many people in my class. They stopped to speak to me. I had new friends. I was traveling to bigger cities for parties, for like to meet people. I had friends from abroad, so I was visiting them a lot. I was traveling a lot. And I think when I came out, actually my style, like everything involved so much. Yeah. So I think that need of to be different or to bring something new when I was 12, 11 was kind of always related to the fact that no one was gay at my high school, and it was really a huge high school in a small town. So I was always a little bit different, you know, like lots of boys were making fun of me in my class. So I was hanging out only with girls, and they were my best friends. And yeah, I think that needs really came from the difference I couldn't describe till like 16 or 17. I think in life you have different levels of confidence. So for me, I think my biggest problem even right now, it's like I don't want to call it sexual confidence, but it's like, you know, flirting, or if I fancy someone, it's really difficult to like start to speak with the person. So yeah, I'm not confident in it. And I think this is actually because they were, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, they bullied me, blah, blah, blah. I always, you know, when they bullied me, I was always like really tough. I was like, fuck you, or shut up, you bitch, you don't know nothing, you know. I always protected myself. And so yeah, I was really confident. I'm confident about what I can do, how I can talk to people. I can be confident about my work. Well, not this year. I can be confident in many different levels of life, but like that sexual confidence, it's just not there, and I think it will never be there. And I think that's the result of that bullying and of that, you know, pressure of the majority when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Everyone is different. It's not anything bad. It's just I'm just like that. It's me. Yeah. And I'm the product of my life. You know, I'm the product of the life I lived. So you're 15, 16. Everyone has boyfriends or girlfriends, and you still believe that you like girls, even if you know somewhere deep inside you don't know that. You actually don't know that. It's like, it's really weird. It's like you're still waiting for something, or hoping that one day you will wake up and you will have a partner, you will have a boyfriend or girlfriend, or not girlfriend at that time, but and you don't. Meanwhile, everyone else is developing like social skills in this area, and you don't. Well, I focused on other things. I was really good in badminton. I was really good at school. I went to really good university, and I had really good results from the entrancing. So I focused my attention into some other areas, but yeah, I think I didn't develop this like.
Yeah.
I can imagine this place, the space, the environment like that would help to many people with a similar background or similar story. But I can't actually imagine that, because when you're 12 and you are in a small town, 25,000 people, you don't even think of that of that. You know, you have school, and after school you go home and you do your homeworks, and then you go to badminton training or to visit your friends when you're older, or you know, so you don't even think about, I don't know, maybe Gen Z now would be really different. My younger sister, she's 14 years old now, and she thinks she's a lesbian. She shaved her hair, and she told me that on her secondary school, there is like a group of LGBT people, and they're like the most favorite people in the class, like the class queens and kings, you know. So it's really different now. But when I was in her age, there was like nothing about, no information about gay people, LGBT, nothing. Like, of course I could have these information. I was never thinking of finding out and trying to find these information, because for many years I was trying to like not even think about that, because boys were making fun of me at school, and all of my classmates, like girls, they were saying, no, he's not gay. So the fact that I didn't search for that information kind of helped me to protect myself, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just to not think about it, and to build like a wall, or like, you know, just no, I don't want to know, and I don't want to know anything about it. Of course I wasn't stupid. I knew what does it mean to be gay or bisexual. It has to start from you. That's my ideology behind that. I would say, and this is like a thing of last couple of months, I'm starting to, because I'm getting older, I'm starting to like things which are comfortable, which are somehow related to trends like empathy, escapism, or I like military style, I like normcore, I like utility, I like workwear. So all of these trends which are happening at the moment, it's not anything really special, I would say, but I like my clothes. I don't know. Now it depends on the environment, because in England, here at NTU, I can wear whatever, and I know people don't care about me, and if someone will care, I won't care. But if I would wear a skirt in the Czech Republic and I would walk on the street, no one would tell me anything. We are an open-minded country, but people would look at me and they would think that I'm weird. No one would say anything. Maybe some assholes, like, I don't know. But I think no one would tell anything, and they would not think the best about public. I actually feel more confident about my clothes, because it sounds weird, but you know, in England, everyone is experimenting with styles. It's a West European country. People are buying like hype products in Czech Republic as well, but not that much. So my clothes would be considered as more alternative than it would be considered in England, like as alternative in England. So I always feel more unique in Czech Republic. I always feel that more like that it's visible that I study fashion, you know, and yeah, it sounds really shallow and horrible what I just said, but it's clothes. It should give you some feelings. It should promote or show your mood and your confidence, and and your personality. So I don't have to feel bad that I feel unique when I'm in Czech Republic and I'm wearing something alternative, because and people can see that I'm studying fashion. It makes me feel good, and it's not anything bad about it. Sometimes I feel that people think that I'm really self-confident and I'm a cold person. So it's one of these three things. So sometimes I think, I will just evaluate it. Sometimes I think people think in England, people think that I'm poor and I have horrible clothes. Sometimes I feel, and it's in the Czech Republic mostly, that I'm unique and I'm like fashion forward. And sometimes I think, and it's because of the black color, and I have kind of like radical elements on my outfits, like, you know, big leather boots. So sometimes I think people think that I am really self-confident, and I'm like, you know. I would say it's really weird to say that, but I love my masculinity, because I think I developed all of things related to my gender and sexual orientation through many years to the level which is really open-minded. It's more, it would be more related to some like queer theories rather than typical LGBT or typical female male system. So I would say, yeah, I hate toxic masculinity. I think I was never, or I'm trying to not be like masculine as a whole, you know, behave like, of course, the fact that my sexual orientation is not the mainstream one. I think I have like really healthy approach in the thinking what is masculinity and considering myself as a male. And I also see my female part sometimes, but I never think about it as like, oh, like, wow, this was like female reaction I just did, or oh, like today I feel like a man. No, I never think like that.
Part of your identity being more like a mix of
exactly, and it's a sexual orientation and it's my gender. I can't think the box I am gay, and because behind the word gay you have so many explanations. It can mean billions of things, and I'm not that, you know. I'm not. Of course, what does it mean to be a man? To have a penis, or to have like, I don't know. Like if it means to have a penis, I'm a man. Of course, I'm a man. But from biologically, I'm a man. But socially,
it doesn't matter. It's more like
I never think about that. That means that. I don't know. Of course, I actually think about the fact that I don't think about that, and that's why I love it. I think it's great.
This is amazing.
I'm proud of me. I'm really proud of me. Like, I'm proud of myself because of few things in my life, but this is one of them. It's my thinking about masculinity, sexual orientation, not only about myself, but about people around me. So. I would say, considering the work of trend forecasting agency called Keyhole, it's an experimental trend forecasting agency from New York, which defined it in Normcore a couple of years ago. It's really important agency. I would say, like, they are the monopoly of knowledge of fashion trends right now from the point of view of philosophy, sociology, art. Really interesting thing. And they, in one of their report, they made 5 reports from 2010 till 2015. They are online, everyone can check it, it's open source. And their first or second report was called Youth is Infinite. And from like September, or from when I moved to England, I started to feel more adult. It's not because of moving to other country, of course, it's related to that as well, but it's about the fact that I'm finishing uni and I am on the border of a young adult, still a student, still like a child, and the proper adult who is making money and taking care about himself 24/7 without any support of parents or and then I found, and I was like thinking about myself, how I'm getting adult and how all of my plans and dreams and ambitions are changing every day. And 2 years ago I was sure about what I want to do and I was really like following that, but right now I don't feel like that again. I don't feel like the best example is now when I sit in my living room and I see the flowers my boyfriend is growing, and I see the sun coming through the plants, and it's like it makes like a green beautiful light. I love things like that now. I'm like, I appreciate the moment more than I did 2 years ago. I lost all of my dreams, I lost all of my, I still have dreams, I'm still ambitious, I still want to have a nice job, of course, but it's not like it was 2 years ago, and it's exactly what they wrote in that report, the Trend Forecasting Agency, Youth is Infinite. And there is a whole report which is written in a really weird way. It's like a weird blog story from some blog or from somewhere. And when I was reading that, I realized youth is really infinite in the meaning that you are infinite as a person when you're young. You think everything is possible. You never think of that. Of course, everyone would say, yeah, young people think everything is possible, but through last 2 years, I realized how to be an adult is really different for me than to be young, but like I'm still young, and I will be young for a long time, but than to be like a student young, and I'm just remembering all of the moments from 3 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I love it. It's like I see myself as a person who was really infinite and everything was possible for me. I could do everything. Everything was possible, everything. And all of my dreams, of course, I didn't dream about going to the space and be an astronaut, but I set up some dream or some plan or something, and I always reach that somehow. Always, I wanted to study in England. I did it like that. Now I feel, and I think in 5 years I will be even more slow and like not lazy, but like more calm. And I don't say these things will not be possible in 5 years, but yeah, I think it will not be like that anymore. So the best celebration, if I should answer the question, I'm so sorry it took so long, but it was important for me to explain, because this is actually the thing I was thinking a lot about last couple of weeks. The best way to celebrate youth is to be yourself when you are young, and it's you don't have to celebrate it on some special event. Of course, people are doing that, and I will do it as well. But just celebrate it every day. Like every day, people who are around you, they are important part of it. Your knowledge and your personality and who you are, it's really important. So best celebration of youth is like live in the moment and enjoy the moment, and don't think that much about the future. Just enjoy the moment, and that's the best celebration of youth. I would say don't think about the future that much and celebrate the moment more, because still it's like I see myself in the past and I'm proud of myself. I did amazing